tight, crown like cold winter light, scroll in hand, seven seals, every word cuts and heals. Like drums, sword raised high, kingdoms come, peace unstitched by a single roar. I hear thunder at my door, wars and rumors of wars, spoken like a curse in the dark. Every headline, every scar is another cracked heart in the ark. Wars and rumors of wars, hey, echo from the prophets and seers. When the Lamb breaks the seal, all the old world shakes with our fears. Black horse ways, bread and bone, steel stilled hard, iron stone. Measure grain by a dying sun, silver short for everyone. Pale horse waits, eyes like ash, graves awake, tombs unlatched, Hades hangs
Check.
on a trailing chain.
Check
Every
one.
wall spells your name. Wars and rumors of wars, spoken like a curse in the dark. Every headline, every scar's another cracked heart in the ark. Wars and rumors of wars, echo from the prophets and seers. When the Lamb breaks the seal, all the old world shakes with our fears.
Oh yes. Let's do this.
How long?
What's happening?
Blood at the altar.
Oh, man.
Becomes a song. Sex seal shatter, sky like glass. Kings of the earth hide in the cracks. Wars and rumors of war.
All right, let's get going. It's time for a show. Sorry, I'm wearing this giant collared shirt. It was very hot out, and I was doing a lot of outside stuff, and so I got to change. Is this okay? This is a little. I feel it's a little rusty trombone, if you know what I'm saying. I just gotta hold on. Just hang out there and talk amongst yourselves. I'm just taking my clothes off over here. Don't you worry about that even a little bit. I got you covered. I'm just gonna put on something sensible, you know. It's kind of gal I am. It's a little better, I guess. I can't wear that. That's just totally see-through. I'm ashamed to even talk about that. Sure. One moment, please. I'm just gonna put on a reasonable shirt. Hopefully it won't knock off my headphones, and then that creates a whole to-do. There we go. It's a little better. I feel much better about myself, morally, emotionally, psychosexually, intellectually. Okay. Today is going to be ridiculous. Just understand that they are parading Grandpa around the sites today in a vain attempt to make him look like a man of the people. And it's that bad. It's man. That's obviously you'll recognize his Lee Greenwood sway happening right there. And the best part is, please tell me it's in these clips and we're going to see it. Trump does a tour of the Teddy Roosevelt place and apparently talks to the AI Teddy. Is that it? Oh, please tell me. Okay. We're going straight to this. Jesus Christ. Give me 1 second. We're going right to this whole thing. Here, please tell me. Yes. Yes. Trump, somebody told him this has got to be right up there with his visit to Graceland, where he's like, was Elvis really popular? People liked Elvis, huh? The people that work here all the time, big Elvis fans, right? Just can I hire them away, or will they make up bullshit about me the way they talk about Elvis? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. And massive nut warning today. It's just going to be wagging all over the place. I don't even know. If you have a pet male walrus, it might get in a mating mood if it gets a good look at his nut today. So just forewarned is forearmed. And don't forget to subscribe. Please, just do us all a favor. Don't make me come over and push the button myself. I'll do it. Okay. So, oh man. So I have to see this. So this is an AI or a digitally generated. I don't know if he talks to guests. Said, watch President Trump talk to AI Teddy Roosevelt. This is going to be rough, isn't it? Am I going to be mad, or am I going to just not be able to breathe?
Every day, a president faces storms most people never see. Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first. You get through. I know you know that feeling yourself.
Well, I appreciate those words. Those words are fantastic. And I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today.
Those words are fantastic. This is where the AI is suddenly trying to shuffle around and figure out whether it's talking to another AI that's like 7 gens back.
We are making a little bit of a tour.
We are making a little bit of a tour. In case the AI Teddy Roosevelt was wondering why the fuck this dude was talking to him.
Fantastic things you've done. Do you consider the Panama Canal your greatest achievement?
Well. Right then, yes.
Good answer.
The canal stands as one of my proudest battles, no question. But greatness is a strange thing. It isn't always the biggest or boldest job that matters most.
Oh, man. Teddy's just nut dropping right on Trump's forehead. It isn't the biggest and boldest things that matter. It's the little things, like your penis.
The Panama Canal showed what America could achieve if we held steady and acted fast when the world dragged its feet. That said, I measure my greatest work by the lives improved. The parks set aside, the food and drugs made safe, the square deal given to all, not just to a few. Still.
Oh, yeah. AI Teddy Roosevelt is bitch slapping Trump right now.
When I stood in the mud watching those steam shovels, knowing ships would pass through, changing the world's map forever,
Trump is already bored.
I felt I'd left a mark that would last.
Okay, you did. Thank you.
Okay, you did. Thank you. You do realize that's not really him, right? This is very. You could tell they edited the shit out of this. Let's see. Does he keeps going for one more second? Nope. They just leave immediately. There's already an edit in the middle of it from here to here. So they go from this point. So they sliced out some of the dipshitty stuff that Trump said.
Do you consider the Panama?
Yeah, they just jumped ahead to him saying that. Wouldn't you say that if you gold leafed everything, it would have been better? Like if the Panama Canal had been completely covered in gold foil, it would have been, you wouldn't. Also, was the mustache a mistake, or?
I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today.
That's rough. Why is it an honor to be with fake AI Teddy Roosevelt? I mean, it's cool, I guess, if you want to say it that way. It's cool that technology allows me to talk to you as if you're really Teddy. So we'll just play along. But the whole, it's an honor. You think he wasn't going to show up? Normally, AI Teddy doesn't come out for just anyone. Sometimes it's like pandas or alligators or lions at the zoo. You go by and they're just sleeping in the corner. They don't pay attention at all. And then when I show up, they start flipping out and stuff. I think it's kind of an omen effect. You know what I mean? When the omen shows up, the animals start freaking out. It's similar with AI Teddy. Most of the time, he just sits there and yells at people, "Get out of my office. This is a sacred space. I'm working," shit like that. But when I come in, he's like, "That's definitely a president. It's an honor that he gets up at all. This is like, imagine the deforestation that is going on just making this AI happen right now." Oh, by the way, he also rode the choo-choo train today. Hit the like, by the way. Before he went and addressed the Confederacy, he went on the choo-choo. He went to the choo-choo. Everybody, Trump got on the choo-choo. Now, did he ride the choo-choo? No, he didn't ride the choo-choo. He got on one side of the choo-choo and he walked through the choo-choo, and then he came out the other door of the choo-choo and waved at people who were all basically rounded up to be there, who were very excited that he came to North Dakota at all. Choo-choo. Now your wallet's horny. Your walrus is horny. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't think he does anything. I think he just comes out and waves at the crowd in this one. But you can hear the MAGA cult in the background. He's coming out. It's very exciting. They even played, I think they played music for him.
Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, stupid. Dumb, silly, stupid, dum, dum.
He's like, "Hey, look at that. Oh, hey." Such a, so different than other politicians with their fake pointing and self-congratulatory body poses. I love to go over and shake the hands of the highly filtered Americana crowd. Oh yeah, they are playing. They're playing YMCA in the background. I think we can turn it up and you'll be able to hear it. Yeah. Everybody's like, "Step back. Don't let him take the picture that makes him look like he actually likes these people." He's doing a lot of kissy face. I think there's a lot of like well-built men in the crowd. Come on. Yeah, keeping the visual fairly tight on that crowd. All right, so then he goes over to the Teddy Roosevelt space. I guess it's just like he was going to threaten John Thune and then just overshot. But then he makes this remarks on July 1st. And then first, let's see, he participates in an event at the Teddy Roosevelt Presidential Library. which I think Trump's, when his opens, is going to be either an exclusive resort for, Epstein co-conspirators, slash an app. This is him at the Teddy Roosevelt site.
Well, thank you very much. That was in the Roosevelt room for many, many years. And when I heard about this, I said, maybe we'll think about it. Then I
The cameraman is growing. Enoch Chuck.
saw what you did and what a magnificent library you built. It's really a library, it's a museum, it's a center, and it's a great tribute. And I said, let's take it from the Roosevelt room, which is a very important room in the White House. I use it all the time. I'll be a little
For what?
bit lonely in there without it. But I thought this would be a really an appropriate place to have it. And it's very special. You're a very special man. There are very few people that have them. I want to give one to myself, but they tell me I'm not allowed to. My son over here, both of them.
My both of them? My both of them?
I said, fellas, I'd love to give one of them to me.
I'd love to give one of them to me, my both of them.
What have I done where I deserve it and they couldn't?
I think the mouth fart just then works, I guess.
I'd love to give one of them to me. What have I done where I deserve it and
I don't know. What have you...
they couldn't think of anything?
Right.
So I'm not happy with them today.
What the fuck? He's mad at his kids because they can't think of a fake reason for him to get the Medal of Honor? To give himself the Medal of Honor?
No, there's no higher award. That's the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yeah, we're aware. The Congress part is the real factor there.
The highest award we have. You have the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's more of the civilian nature. But
Yeah, we know.
those two, but in particular that, because what you have to go through is very rough. So it's an honor.
Yeah, it's so rough that you faked bone spurs 5 times to avoid even the easy part, the rich kid bullshit of the Vietnam War.
To be with you. Congratulations. And it's an honor to be with my friend Doug, who's a spectacular Secretary of the Interior, to put it mildly. There's never been anyone better.
Based on what? I'm done talking. Here.
So I know you're all here looking forward to what will be a significant presidential address down at the amphitheater. But before you go, we have one last thing. President Trump being here on this day of dedicating this library. It is a historic moment to have a sitting president here to help do that. We're ceremoniously, the president and I, going to cut the ribbon and then.
Amazing. Yeah, we wouldn't even bother to open it if it wasn't, it's an official duty.
We'll all see you down at the amphitheater after that. But President, let's grab a scissors.
Yeah, let's give a sitter. Yeah, President, let's grab a scissors. Let's sit down and scissor, you and I, like we do back at the office.
They did say no running with these. There'll be.
I wanted the big giant scissors. Wait, we're both going to scissor at the same time? You grab that part, and I'll cut the middle. Everybody, you looking? We're doing crafts.
Well, we need audience participation. You guys count down from 10. How about that? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Nice audio. Wait.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're so impressed with ourselves. Okay, normal stuff that every official does. Trump gets to play mayor by Grabthaw's hammer. What a savings. All right, so then he goes down and he talks in front of... yeah, it's going to doing this stuff, and then... Yeah. Woof. Wow. They can read his hat. Which hat is he wearing? Everybody.
Well,
I read this in my Hitler book. Stand still till the music's done playing and wait for everybody to yell like you're a rock band that's trying to squeeze everything out of an encore.
everybody, this is an honor. We love you, and you've been so nice to me with those votes. We set every record in the book.
Yes, in a state with what, 800,000 people in it?
Today we come to the heartland of America to pay tribute to a man who
A little far north to be the heartland, but okay.
embodied the heart and
Like the neckland.
soul and fight and spirit of our country as much as anyone who ever lived. And he's
Except me.
a very special man, and that's why I'm here. President Theodore Roosevelt, and he loved your community, he loved your state, and he was quite something. He was really
This is, they worked really hard on this. He was quite something. He loved you and he loved this place. And I come not to bury Teddy Roosevelt, but to replace him.
something. And here, beneath the wide open sky of the bed,
Beneath the wide open.
and here, beneath the wide open sky of the Badlands, I call it the Badlands. I said, what's that all about?
I don't know. Look it up.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool name, I have to tell you. On this
All right. He's just not even interested in knowing. Just like branding wise, it works. So screw it.
steps of the burning hills, we dedicate a living monument to a legend, a statesman, a soldier, frontiersman, and a true American hero.
Everything I am not, and it feels like my staff did this to me just to screw with me.
This is a very exciting thing for me. And number one, I have to tell you, because this was a inaugural flight of a certain airplane called Air Force One after 37 years.
Teddy Roosevelt didn't have a plane like this. He didn't have friends in Qatar that could give him a free airplane. They're going to park this at my place, and my sons are going to fly it around.
And it's a great plane, and we had a lot of fun with Doug and everybody coming over.
Ew.
But we talked about Theodore Roosevelt a lot.
Did you? They caught you up. They told you who he was, what he did, why you're going.
Because he was something that was really very special.
Was he very special, though? I mean, you've mentioned that before, but what was it? What was it that was so special about him? Just tell us. And, you don't need a teleprompter. You're not the kind of guy, you're not one of these assholes who needs a teleprompter. Tell us about Teddy Roosevelt and all the great things he did.
Because I'm honoring Theodore Roosevelt, and that's the man who I have long admired. He's one of the few. I don't admire too many people, I have to tell you. There's not a lot of people out there.
Yeah, Jesus doesn't even make the list.
And number three, I'm back in North Dakota because I won this state with the most votes in the history of the presidency. Thank you.
Yeah, 9 more than usual.
Thank you very much.
I guess that Elon Musk tech suck up was worth every penny. Sorry.
This state out there. Votes in the history of the presidency. Thank you. Thank you very much. And number four, I have 2 teleprompters that aren't working.
Oh, man. And that's why I haven't said anything about Teddy Roosevelt, because I fucking don't know.
And here I stand.
Oh. He doesn't need him, though. Look how upset he is. He looks like when Gene Simmons when the rigging doesn't work on God of Thunder. I don't need it, though. Let me just tell you a little something about Teddy Roosevelt off the top of my head. This is why I admire him so much. He's one of the guys I admire, so I've obviously committed details about him to remember. He had a mustache, pretty sure, and he was in Night at the Museum. That was his big comeback, I understand. And he had people around him that liked him almost as much as Elvis.
TR once observed that
TR, Teddy Roosevelt. I'm sorry, only his friends can call him that.
I would not have been president about himself had he not been, and had it not been.
Or we not been, or would not been. How not been? Garbage bin. Who knows?
Himself.
He said, all right, let's see how he limps it. These damn teleprompters, but what does it say?
Observed that I would not have been president about himself had he not.
Yeah, obviously he wasn't talking about you, dumbass. I would not have been president. He meant him, not me. He wasn't talking. He wasn't predicting the future well after his death.
Been, and had it not been for the experience in North Dakota. He had a great experience here. It really.
Yeah, what was the experience he had? He lost his virginity in the woods? What happened? Was it something that happened to him kayaking? He got hit in the head with a rock and had a vision quest? What?
Him so much.
Yeah. What was it about the big experience? I mean, you could say experience is kind of a generic word. Maybe fill in the gaps on what you mean experience. Is just generic. It was just sort of a North Dakota-ing that happened.
So there could be no better place for this new national treasure than the Rough Rider state. I met some of the Rough Riders. They are Rough Riders. They're good riders, too. They were very.
They might rough ride, but that's because they want to, not because they're bad at it. I don't want you to think that they ride rough because they just, some of them bareback. It's not, look, I understand. My son was telling me about that word. I'm like, you don't have to tell me. I came up during the 70s.
Today, 107 years after he passed into eternity, Theodore Roosevelt's Presidential Library opens its doors, and the small town, but very great town, and today it's a very famous town because that's all they're talking about.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, everybody's wondering. Trump City, they're calling it.
Of Medora opens its arms to the entire world. The entire world is watching. It's not a big town, but it's a very powerful town because of.
It can't be too big, or it'll be a city. So to stay a town, there's some sort of legal thing. I don't know. It's like calling something a war as opposed to an excursion, a little excursion.
What was left behind. I want to thank the thousands of people.
Hold on. What?
The entire world is watching. It's not a big town, but it's a very powerful town because of what was left behind.
Sorry, this is where the people that weren't good enough for the rapture found themselves?
I want to thank the thousands of people who worked so hard to make this project.
You mean everybody in the town?
A reality, and you really did. You made it a beautiful reality.
Really? So it's not a fantasy? You were able to touch it with your hands?
Very few places will top it.
As Teddy Roosevelt presidential libraries go, it's aces.
And starting with the man who put the library in its first funding, think of it, did so.
I'm thinking of it. Whatever it is, I'm thinking of it. Think of the library with its first funding. The man
who put the library in its first funding, think of it, did so much. He raised so much money. He did so many different things. He really did.
He did different things. It's true.
He had a very complete life, when you think.
Sorry, you're talking about the dude who raised money for the place, or Teddy left a check under his bed and somebody just finally cashed it?
A real man of many forms of genius and
many forms of genius. Some of them stable, some of them not.
Without whom it would never have been possible, Secretary of the Interior. And I'll tell you what.
Oh, shit. He didn't even realize he was talking about Doug Burgum until just now.
He had a very complete life, wouldn't you think?
Wait, so Doug Burgum is dead? He literally doesn't know he's talking about Doug Burgum until it comes up in the teleprompter.
Library in its first funding. Think of it. Did so much. He raised so much money. He did so many
He did. Who did?
different things. He really did. He had a very complete life, wouldn't you think?
He did. He's such a great guy. Whoever this, that guy.
He was.
I come not to praise Doug Burgum, but to bury him.
Real man of many forms of genius. And
Yeah, it says it right there in the teleprompter. Even the dude who was like happy clapping a minute is like, "Oh fuck, dude. Look, man, I can see the words on your teleprompter, and you ain't even close. That's just sad." The guy right over his shoulder is like, "Come on, man, squeeze them out. Squeeze the words out. You can do it."
without whom it would never have been possible, Secretary of the Interior. And I'll tell you what.
Finally. Okay, I know this guy. I hired him. Shit. Okay.
I thought he was an oil man, and he wasn't. I saw him on a debate because this guy was actually going against me. Can you believe it? But I thought he was very impressive. I thought his wife, Catherine, was even more impressive, to be honest with you.
Ew.
And so impressive that I said, he's a good man. That guy's all right. But he's been fantastic. He's been a tremendous Secretary of the Interior and the best ever. There's never been a Secretary of the Interior like Doug Burgum. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Fergum.
The Secretary of the Interior like Doug Burgum. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think that was supposed to be thank you very much.
Thank you.
Why are you saying thank you very much for complimenting someone else? On his behalf, I guess?
Never
Rest in peace, Doug Burgum, and his lovely wife.
been. And, you know, Doug called me. He said, would you do me a favor? He's really fantastic because I did not know the gentleman too well. But he said, Kelly Armstrong is fantastic. Would you endorse him for governor? And I did, and he won easily. Kelly Armstrong. Great job you're doing.
Sorry, Kelly what? Kelly Armstrong? How do you pronounce that?
I did, and he won easily.
Kelly Armstrong? How do you say Kelly Armstrong again?
Kelly Armstrong.
Armstrong?
Great job you're doing.
Yes, especially with the rolling with whether I say Armstrong or Armstrong.
Great job. And two of my very good friends, two warrior senators, tough cookies, tough. Oh, I wish they could get their way. We could get a couple of little things passed, like voter identification, like proof of citizenship, called Save America. You know, that's pretty good. Save America, can you imagine?
Yeah, it's almost like the Patriot Act. It sells itself.
We have...
It's almost like people have learned over time that titles like that are bullshit.
100% of the Democrats against it and 4 or 5 Republicans, if you can believe that. What are they all about?
What's it all about? Rhinos.
But these two...
Boo, why do they do? Especially from our neighboring state and also our state, because most of us mail in our votes in this state.
Two people are with us all the way. John Hoeven and Kevin Kramer, senators. They're great. 2 great guys.
Yes, 2 great guys who are senators for a state that has fewer people than fucking Toledo.
And a congresswoman who fights and gets what she wants, and she's very respected. Julie Fedorchak. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Jara. You just said Julie. You can't say Julie
Very
again?
respected. Julie Fedorchak. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Jerem. Thank you, Jarrell. So is that the new problem, that he can say most words once a day? But if he tries another bite at the apple, thank Julie, there she is. Thank you, Jarhead. Thank you, Jarface.
Respected. Julie Fedorchak. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Joram.
Very, very respected.
Oh, very respected. Especially only her friends are allowed to call her Jarhim.
And we have our ambassador, Monica. Where's Monica? Monica Crowley. Fantastic.
Oh, she's on TV, so he knows her.
Acting Secretary of the Navy, Hung Cao. And we're building a lot of ships.
Are we? Yeah, to fight the Battle of North Dakota. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
A lot of ships. North Dakota House Speaker, Robin Wise. Thank you. Thank you. Doing a great job. State House Majority Leader, Mike LaFleur.
The 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4. Like Mike LaFleur. We love you, Mike LaFleur. LaFleur.
State House Majority Leader, Mike LaFleur.
LaFleur.
Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Don't make me say your last name LaFleur again.
State Senate Majority Leader, David Hogue.
That one was rough for you somehow? Hogue.
Thank you, David.
How do you get out of breath saying Hogue?
And all of the members of the North Dakota legislature, I hear every single one. I'm not going to introduce you. You have no chance of that. I'll be here all day, but you're all here. We love you, and you've been with us from day one. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mike Huffar.
And the CEO, who's done a fantastic job, he took
Oh, I'll name the business guys.
me around. I thought it would be maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I've been doing this for 2 hours. Thank goodness.
What?
He's done a fantastic job. He took me around. I thought it would be maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I've been doing this for 2 hours. Thank goodness I love the subject, or I would not have put up with it.
Bullshit. You're just too weak to bow out.
Doug said you could come in. You know, I'm prosecuting.
Oh, he's gonna bitch about it. He's fucking gonna bitch about it. I'm doing all this stuff, and then I gotta listen to this asshole yammer about the business in this state for an hour.
A war, which we're winning very easily, by the way.
No, we're not. Also, it's not a war. It's a little excursion. It's a little excursion.
But
Not an incursion, but an X.
I said, Doug, let's fly in. We'll do 10, 15 minutes. I know I'm going
I hate this fucking place. There's all these bugs. I gotta pretend to like these hicks.
to love it. And then I'll get out. Oh, absolutely, sir. So then time comes, he got me making speeches. I was over there 2 hours. I know more about that museum than the people that built it. But that's okay. Because
Apparently it isn't, or you wouldn't be fucking whining about
they
it.
did a very good job. I can report that they did a really good job. The
You think?
CEO of the Theodore
Let me guess, the walls keep the roof up?
Roosevelt Presidential Library, who really did give me a tremendous amount of knowledge. I mean, about things that I never would have thought could have been possible about how great this man was. Ed O'Keefe. Ed, thank you very much.
Really? This Teddy Roosevelt, one of the few presidents you admire, and you were surprised?
And two of my sons are here, Eric and Don.
Or I like to call them Uday and Kusei.
And Bettina, thank you very much. Don just got married. Bettina, thank you. It's going to be great.
It's going to be super, and if it isn't, he'll bury you on a golf course like I did to his mother.
Thank you very much. But the members of the Roosevelt family and countless foundation staff, donors, and supporters, everyone's here. And I understand that one local construction worker delayed his retirement by 4 years just to be involved with the building, and they heard I was going to come. I was coming even when I wasn't president. I had...
Oh, for fuck's sake. The dude took on another contract and acted as a consultant because they were pouring federal dollars into it. Stupid.
And they said, well,
This one guy, he's still working, even though we try to tell him to go home, but he loves you so much. Fly in, it'll be 15 minutes.
when we do it, you're going to be president. So that was during that ridiculous time, that ridiculous 4-year
Oh, there's another one
period
coming.
of time. They asked me to come. I said, I'd love to come. And I said, I may or I may not be president. They said, we don't care. We want you to be there. And I always
Jesus Christ. And it would have been a bunch of presidents if it hadn't been you. Seriously. Like, because Trump wants to co-opt this, I'm sure the other presidents begged out and they'll just make a visit in a couple of years.
remember that. But they said, you're going to win. You know that. If you run, you're going to win. It turned out we did quite easily, actually. And today I can tell you.
Because the elections in this country are rigged and we're like a third world country. So it should be easy for a dictator and his rich crony friends to rig the election on his behalf, I guess.
That we can see why it was worth it. It's really amazing. They've done an amazing job, beautiful job. And they've done it from love. Jobs that are done from love are always better than.
So well said. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the poetry. Jobs that are done from what? Please continue.
And they've done it from love. Jobs that are done from love are always better than jobs where you sort of have to follow a plan. They made lots of changes, and every one of them was good. And
Sorry, what? Sorry. I would love it if that wall was over there. Is that how he thinks this shit worked? They don't mean a labor of love is not, you know what? I'm just going to vibe it. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
I know about every one of them. After 2.5 hours, I learned every single one of them.
Jesus Christ. Stop whining about being bored, asshole, because you had to listen to stories about somebody that isn't you.
But I want to really thank everyone who greeted me at the train station, because that was so famous. That was such a famous train.
Yeah, really? Tell us about the train. Did they let you ring the bell?
Last one was President Dwight Eisenhower, and he was actually a very good president. People don't realize he was a general, good general. And he was
Really? They don't realize? People don't know anything about fucking Eisenhower?
actually built the interstate highway system. I'd say that.
Really? Did he? Wow. Who knew? Next thing you'll tell me Lincoln was a Republican.
That alone is pretty good. He was a good, and he was the last one.
That alone was pretty. Yeah, interstate highways. Yeah, they're pretty good. That was pretty good. Imagine the country with a bunch of dirt roads going through Kansas being hell on your axle.
Back of the exact same train.
Wow, it's amazing. And could you feel his presence there?
So the head of the railroad, she was fabulous, and they were explaining all about the train, and they said, wow, there's really some history in the crowd. We had thousands of people over there.
Is that what they said? They said, wow, it's interesting. It sounds like you were telling them about it.
It was fantastic.
Wasn't it?
But I have the picture of President Eisenhower in the back of the train, the same exact train. I
Oh, that's adorable. New paint job, though.
checked it out because I said, we don't want to make any mistakes because the fake news is watching. And
What the fuck? You think people are going to call you out? That wasn't the real train. What an asshole.
they'll say it wasn't. It wasn't the same train. It wasn't the same train. No, they've been pretty nice to me lately. Look,
Oh, God.
when you
It's like just the idea. This like, are you sure this is the same train? I don't want to get called out on this one. They go after me for shit like this. I tell them everybody I was on the same train as he was. And then it turns out not to be the same one. I'm going to have to deal with this and I'll be tweeting all night.
well as we're doing, they have to be nice, I guess.
Yeah, especially with prices, affordability, housing, because I don't know.
They've been pretty nice.
They've been pretty nice. No, they haven't.
And I want to give a very special thanks to the patriots who gave us such an incredible escort from town. We had more law enforcement. You know, I love law enforcement.
Yeah, unless they're guarding the Capitol, obviously.
Oh.
Or they're, FBI and they're looking into human trafficking, or they have to, if they're looking into Epstein co-conspirators, then they're on shaky ground.
According to the people that are running on the other side, in many places, they want to defund the police. That's not going to happen. That's not
Yeah, it isn't. It never was going
going to happen. We see them all the time. They said they're social democrats. Doesn't it sound pretty? They're actually communists, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Great.
They're not going to win. They're not going to win anything. They got some very unattractive candidates, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I probably, in case you're just joining us, speaking of unattractive candidates.
During my first term, it was a privilege to sign the bill that helped get this incredible project underway and
The bill. You mean that was passed by Congress?
transferring 90 acres. We took it right out of the federal government. We ripped it away from the federal government. They don't know what's missing. They still haven't figured out what the hell happened.
What do you mean they? You're the administration.
And today, the artistry and scholarship, technical skill on display right here and in that museum in particular is just fantastic.
You mean not in the rest of the town, obviously.
It's really great. Things that they actually gave me. We're going to build our museum in Miami. They got me a lot of ideas, Doug. You gave me a lot of ideas, Doug.
Oh, yeah? You're going to use a sort of an office building shape?
But they really did it well. Incredible. I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. I said, what did you think about the Panama Canal? Do you consider that your greatest achievement? How do you feel about the fact that the Democrats gave the Panama Canal away to Panama for $1?
You mean they honored the treaty about the Panama Canal that he negotiated? That Teddy Roosevelt negotiated?
He built the Panama Canal, preceded really by a man who was he was the tariff king, William McKinley. He was the president, and they took...
Was he? Somebody check that.
His name off Mount McKinley, and I put it back on because it deserved it. Put it back on. But McKinley actually, and he was assassinated, but he made tremendous amounts of money, made our country very rich. And then
we got a functioning economy, and
Roosevelt, as the vice president, got in, and he did some incredible things. But one of them, I think, one of the most amazing, maybe a lot of people would say the parks. You could say a lot of different elements of his success, so incredible. But he built the Panama Canal. It was the most expensive project to this date, if you bring the dollars forward, ever built in history. 38,000 people died. They died 95% from mosquitoes, malaria, 95%. You expected almost to die. They paid workers from the United States. Mostly they came in, and mostly, I must say, men.
Yeah, because it was, 100 years ago plus.
A little different time. Today would have men and women. But
Ew, really? That's sad. You probably, you know what? Hegseth will take care of that. We'll make sure that there's no women anywhere.
they had all men, and they paid them massive amounts of money, more than they were making as workers in the United States. Such a fascinating thing, the Panama
Because you could die of malaria.
Canal. I've studied it long and hard, and when they gave it away, $1. But they died from the mosquito and they died from the snake. They have a viper, a snake, that if you
Oh, fuck me. Please tell me he's going to do the snake.
get bit, you're in trouble. If you get bit, you were dead. You were dead, and that
Yeah, people of North Dakota are familiar with dangerous snake bites.
wiped out about 5%. We lost 38,000 people building the Panama Canal. Our people. 38,000 people died building the Panama Canal. It opened, and from day one, it was very successful. And we gave it away.
As canals go.
We gave it away. It was the most expensive thing we ever built, and it was also the most profitable thing we ever built.
Right. So we don't need to own it for it to be profitable. It's the shit that goes through it that's important, not the actual trench.
That's a nice combination. A little bit like Venezuela. We did a good job in Venezuela. But
Sorry, we own Venezuela now, I guess.
and we're actually doing equally as well with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Maybe you've heard of it. But think of it,
No, we're not.
the Panama Canal, so we gave it away. The first
Well, by the way, we've been bombing Iran for 3 nights.
thing they did, you know what they did? They
What?
raised the prices for the ships by 4 times, and they didn't lose one ship. And then they raised it again twice, and they didn't lose one ship. All they did is make tremendous amounts of money for years and years. How stupid was that? And now China is trying to take over the Panama Canal, and we're not going to let that happen, okay?
Right, because it can't.
And that was not part of the script, because I don't really have a script, because this thing doesn't work.
Yeah, we know you're free-balling it because the details are a little sketch.
It's appropriate. The one on my right is slightly better than the one on my left. The one on my left is a waste of time. It's a little like politics. The one on my right is a little bit. It's not great. I'd give it about a 2 on the scale of 10. And this afternoon, I'm pleased to announce that through the
So how's the electrode up your ass doing that helps you recognize words, I guess, on a screen that gives you a little zap? And
National Endowment for the Humanities, we will be awarding the library $750,000 to support the opening exhibits during the first year. So they're getting
sorry, the opening what's during the first year?
$750,000 to support the opening exhibits during the first
The opening gazibas?
library. $750,000 to support the opening exhibits during the first year.
I can't wait to see the opening gazibas. Do you guys? I mean, because the gazibas that come later are never as fresh. They're a little chewy, you know what I mean? But man, you get the opening gazibas, and those things are just, yeah, they got fresh powdered sugar on them.
$750,000 to support the opening exhibits during the first year. So they get
Yeah, we need the opening gazibas. Hey, maggots in the chat room. You do realize you would be if Biden said gazibas, you would be grinding on that shit on Twitter for the next 48 hours. You wouldn't have to talk about anything else. You could almost completely avoid the fact that Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein for almost 27 years. You know what I mean? You'd just be rolling on opening gazibas because never open a gazibas near an open flame. It's just not a good idea, especially the opening gazibas.
a nice check.
Oh, yeah, nice check for the gazibas.
Getting a nice check. And as you know, this week, Americans all across our nation are filled with joy and excitement and anticipation as we prepare for one of the proudest moments in our history. 250 years, think about that. 3 days from now, we will...
Well, I mean, it's the passage of time. It's nice to meet those, anniversaries, but don't you actually have pride in your accomplishment? I mean, it's amazing we've survived this long, I guess. I don't know. I'm just excited about the gazibas.
celebrate the 250th anniversary of the...
Oh, the anniversary of the gazibas. We got the anniversary of the gazibas.
From now, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the...
The anniversary. Sure. Who needs the other R's? It's a waste of time. It slows you down on your way to the Y. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. Nothing could slow him down on his way to the Y. All right. Never. No.
Of the Declaration of Independence. What a document that was.
Some even think still is.
And this week...
What was your favorite part of that? I mean, just since your teleprompter isn't working, riff on the contents of the Declaration. Why don't you?
We look back on 250 years of glorious freedom, and we took so much time and so much effort. And by the way, on July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
But climate change is bullshit. And the fact that it's 107 in D.C. just means we're doing something right. We got to stop these windmills. If that's the cost of stopping the windmills from killing the whales and making eagle smoothies.
But you know what? They also predicted the fight that we had 3 weeks ago was unbelievable at the White House. They said a week before, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. They said it was going to rain. It's going to be horrible. You're going to have to cancel the fight. Sure, we're going to have to cancel. This was a big event. This
Looked like a fucking bouncy house.
was one of the highest rated fights in history.
Not even close to true.
It was on CBS.
Oh, shit. It was on CBS. Was it right after Matlock or before Murder, She Wrote? CBS, you say?
On a Sunday night, not a Saturday night. Saturday
You mean the Senior Citizen Production Service?
nights are called Death Valley for television. I know a lot about ratings. But Sunday night's very good, and it was broadcast on CBS, a network, and it got among the highest ratings any fight has ever gotten.
Among the highest ratings any UFC fight that's ever been on CBS did? Not since the Punch-Out episode of Golden Girls have the elderly been locked into a Sunday night on CBS. So they kicked 60 minutes aside for...
But they said it was going to rain. And I talked to Dana White. I said, Dana, I don't know, this is bad. Sir, it's 100% chance of rain. I said, you sure? Like maybe 90? No, 100%, sir. So it was 7 o'clock and it wasn't raining.
Great story.
Then it started at 8 o'clock.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I can't actually. Stop listening. I'm good.
And we were going to delay it till 12 o'clock midnight. I said, that's not good. But it wasn't
Zip is A.
raining at 8 o'clock. And it wasn't raining at 8:30. And we had the fight on time. And it never rained. Never rained. So you never know about weather forecasting, do you? With all the money.
Yeah, so I've learned so much from that moment. Yeah, you never can tell, about the weather.
We spend all that money. That's happened before. We had a big march in Washington, you remember?
Like sometimes all it takes is a Sharpie and you can change the direction of an entire hurricane. I think it's very possible that he just drew a Sharpie circle around the fight in the White House and that just kept the rain out. Or we used weather technology to make it rain someplace else.
That was going to be rained out, sir. We're going to have to change it. Rained out, never rained. So we're getting pretty
Awesome story. Man, you dodged a bullet there.
good at that. But this is a time to rediscover the
Rediscover, back to reading. Pain from reading.
indomitable spirit that built our country and all that will ensure America always remains the most exceptional nation on the face of the earth. We're not going to let communists get in our way. We're not going to let anyone get in our way. Not the communists.
No, definitely not the communists. Yeah, they might want to come in and have the federal government buy a stake in giant companies, 15, 25, maybe even 50%. Oh, shit, right.
It's a very unattractive lot. They're not going to do it. They're not doing anything.
Sorry, if they were hotter, they'd have a better chance? Is that your argument? That communists are ugly?
Those people, what they're doing, they're so stupid. They're so stupid.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
There could be no better place to begin this rediscovery than with the life, times, and passions of Theodore Roosevelt. He had great passion.
He did. Such passion. It says it right here in half of my teleprompters.
The colonel, they called him, was an American man
Oh yeah, the Colonel, with his wee beady eyes. Oh, eat my chicken. Yeah.
Well, it's a well-known fact, Sonny Jim, that there's a secret society of the 5 wealthiest people in the world, known as the Pentaverate, who run everything in the world, including the newspapers, and meet tri-annually at a secret country mansion in Colorado known as the Meadows.
So who's in this Pentaverate?
The Queen, the Vatican, the Gettys, the Rothschilds, and Colonel Sanders before he went tits up.
He was really a great He-Man. He was an American man through and through.
And bulging muscles. I'm chubbing slightly just hearing the story.
His chest swelled with American optimism, confidence, and
His nipples poked through his shirt. It was like watching Gaston.
enthusiasm, pride.
And every last inch of me's covered with hair. All right.
His heart beat with an unyielding sense of America's destiny and pride, and that pride was bigger. The biggest word for him, I think, was pride. He was a proud man.
Yes, he loved Pride Month. It would have been at every Pride
But
March.
I'm a proud man. I'm proud of our country.
That's right, proud. You're definitely proud, and I'm glad that you're finally coming to terms with that pride. It happens, you know. Sometimes some people blossom late into their sexuality. Yes, give the President of the United States a round of applause for being proud of the United States.
I'm proud that
Wow, way to go out on a limb, dude.
2 years ago we had a country that was a laughing stock all over the world, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world,
According to a Saudi prince.
the most respected country anywhere in the world. But as a young boy, I saw that
Yeah, as a young boy, I saw. What did you see?
he loved Lincoln, and Lincoln's casket would pass through a nation torn apart
It would just repeatedly. Was it cut on it was caught on like a train doom loop?
by civil war. I don't know if you know that. I think Teddy Roosevelt, is probably as big as I was.
Sorry, real quick. You think you saw? Hold on. Teddy Roosevelt saw Lincoln's casket.
He loved Lincoln.
Hold
anywhere
on.
in the world, the most respected
Wait.
country anywhere in the world.
He loved Lincoln, and when I was a kid, I watched Lincoln's casket roll through.
But as a young boy, I saw that he loved Lincoln,
You saw that he loved Lincoln. You're like, this guy.
and Lincoln's casket would pass through a nation torn apart by civil war. I don't know if you know that. I think
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that when he died, the nation was torn apart by a civil war. It's almost like he was killed over it.
Teddy Roosevelt, is probably as big as I was trying to get that today, and I think it came pretty loud and clear. Abraham Lincoln was the person that he most respected, most admired, most.
He was trying to say Teddy Roosevelt was Abraham Lincoln's biggest fan. That's where he was going, and then he just reworded it because that's. Congrats on not saying the dumbest fucking thing you could say.
Trying to get that today, and I think it.
I was asking around. Was Teddy Roosevelt Abraham Lincoln's biggest fan, or do I have that? You know, I don't even know if Teddy Roosevelt knew he was a Republican. Do you think he knew?
Pretty loud and clear. Abraham Lincoln was the person that he most respected, most admired, most looked up to. He has a beautiful picture of Lincoln that he had in his one of his rooms, one of his
One of the many rooms.
very important rooms where he lived, and
Oh yeah, you mean in his house?
it's at the library.
Is it? Just the Teddy Roosevelt Library, or just the one in town?
By the end of the 60 years, TR had transformed his
TR.
country by the reach of his vision. He had a great vision, and
It says vision in the teleprompter.
by the force of his will, into one of the greatest places, one of the greatest empires, one of the most incredible countries, ready to
Yeah, country's the word you were looking for.
take its rightful place as the strongest and most respected nation anywhere in the world. They didn't have people that they had no idea where they were.
They couldn't, I don't, what am I saying?
Anywhere in the world. They didn't have people that they had no idea where they were. They didn't have people that couldn't walk up the steps. See those steps? They didn't have people that had no idea where the hell they were. They didn't have people that said, let's have open borders so millions and millions of people can pour into our country from prisons all over the world.
Right. They didn't have people that said that because those people don't exist.
They didn't have those people. They had strong, smart people like Teddy Roosevelt. Today, America is stronger and more respected. Right now, I'll tell you, the king of Saudi Arabia, I was with him.
Oh, fuck you.
A year ago.
Yeah, because that's who the people of North Dakota want, you know, look, if we're beloved by our European partners and the people who seeded the country in the beginning, according to Tucker and crowd, that's something. But I'm really concerned about how the, oil baron, rich royal family of a Middle Eastern country feel about us. How do they feel about us?
Smart guy, good guy. He said to me, sir, you know, it's amazing. And this was...
Oh, God. We're the hottest country. Whatever.
As we were just started to really... And we've made a lot of progress since then. You see the numbers. Factories being built all over the country at a level that we've never had before.
Yes, we've never had AI factories before. We still don't because a data center is not a factory.
But he said, you know, 1 year ago, during the Biden, Sleepy Joe, during the Biden administration, he said 1 year ago, your country was dead. We gave up on your country. They were looking at China. They were looking at others to protect them. They were looking at other countries.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. He said that, and it's...
Man, must have felt good to finally hear it from somebody with truly American values.
It's true. Now it's even more so than it was then. Hottest country anywhere in the world.
Yeah, almost as hot as the fires that took down the towers. Did you bring that up?
So Theodore Roosevelt and his presidency...
TR to his friends.
Fell exactly at the halfway mark between the founding in 1776 and the place we are today in 2026. And here...
Fabulous.
There are 5 lessons, and I wanted to write these because you can learn from...
Yeah, you wanted to write these down. Yeah, make sure... Thanks for writing these. The 5 lessons we learned from Teddy Roosevelt. Count them down. Starting at we're going to start with number 1. I mean, you might as well. Don't, they're going to stay to the end. Except for this guy. You're starting to lose Clappy Cowboy.
People, not from 2 minutes.
Oh, straight up yawning.
There are 5 lessons, and I wanted to write these because you can learn from some people, not from too many.
Boring. He just, he realized he's on camera. I think.
From a lot of them, you don't want to learn much, but you can learn from him. And
yeah, tell us the top 5. I mean, they're on the wall in the thing, and you need to fill this speech out with something.
Here are 5 lessons that...
Here they are. 5 lessons. Let's do it.
Are really extraordinary. Life...
Great. Otherwise, you wouldn't bring them up. Sure, go for it.
Offers to all Americans on the...
Sorry, forfers? What?
That are really extraordinary. Life offers to all Americans on the threshold of our 250th year.
Yeah, there it is. A life offers them to us. Okay.
First of all, the life of Theodore Roosevelt reminds us that Americans never give up. We don't give up. You know, if you really look back to...
Never give up, never surrender. Yeah. Great. So, lesson number 1, watch Galaxy Quest. Got it.
Ago, I can see people wanting to give up.
Really? Because literally you're just copying this line from Joe Biden.
I can see them wanting to give up.
Why? No. That's why Teddy Roosevelt said, and that's why it rings true. You're not why people don't give up. Fuckhead.
He never stopped, never quit, never surrendered in pursuit of his dreams. He had a dream.
What was the dream? I have a dream today. I'm running down the hallway in high school, buck naked and late for an exam. It's a terrible dream.
A very complex dream he did.
It was very. Tell us about it. Well, the part with the spaghetti monster.
Because of the way he traveled, the way he moved, the fact that he ended up here and turned out to be one of the most impactful things he ever did, ending up right here where we are.
I'm growing by the second as a human being.
But his pursuit of the American dream never, ever stopped. It was really amazing. He was plagued by asthma, very, very bad, very serious. He was having a hard time breathing.
Yeah, we get the general. Most of us know what asthma is, yeah.
For much of his life. But he went out and he was told by his doctor that he'd have to live very quietly. This is as a young man, he was told you'd have to be and have a very quiet life. You have to be nice and easy.
Yeah, that's what they said. You got to simmer down.
And he did just the opposite. He had a freaking wild life, right? He was wild.
He was wild. He was just laying tail left and right, running around, hooping and hollering.
He just didn't want to take that. He didn't want to listen to his doctor. He didn't want to be quiet. He wanted to be great. He actually wanted to be great, and that's what he turned out to be. Young Theodore replied, "Doctor, I'm going to do all the things that you tell me not to do, and I've got to live the sort of life that you've described. I don't care how short it is. I just want to live my life the way I want to live my life." It was great.
And the doctor he was talking to, who was smoking a cigarette at the time, went, "I don't listen, kid. You've got asthma, okay? And I don't have to tell you that life is going to be very difficult for someone like you in this day and age, where literally everyone is smoking, inside buildings, outside buildings. So you should probably go home, shut the door, and stay there. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even go outside. It's so smoky. So this is and check with Marge on your way out. She's got your bill."
And who would say that? The next year, he sailed the Atlantic and he summited the Matterhorn just to prove that he could do these things, just
And same day he did the Teacups and Space Mountain.
to prove his doctor wrong. He knew his doctor. He wanted to prove him wrong.
He knew his doctor personally because it was a town of 18 people. Look at that kid go. It's amazing. I'm worried about his lung health, though.
Maybe it wasn't smart, but it worked out okay. But again and again, he summoned the will to trade.
So sorry. Is lesson 2 ignore your doctor? Is that what we're supposed? All right.
And tragedy.
Never give up, especially if your doctor says you'll die if you try that.
And triumph and defeat, heartbreak with hard work. He worked hard, and I found that out. I mean,
Did you?
if you love what you do, it's not work. That's one thing I will tell you. People say I work hard, but it's not work, because if you love it, I love making America great again. I mean, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's not there yet, obviously, kind of midway, especially because I'm doing it on your dime and the taxpayers help keep my shitty properties and golf courses afloat.
So it's not work.
Real people work hard. Teddy Roosevelt worked hard. You were born with a silver spoon up your ass. It's easy to say, like,
Work, but it's not. In his library, we find his diary open to the page from 1884, when his mother and his wife died on the very same day in the very same house. Totally unrelated.
yeah, it's almost like it burned down.
Just a tragic moment, but
Yeah, big coincidence. And they were not, Trump probably thinks that they were not the same woman.
unrelated. There wasn't an accident where both of them were killed. They just died.
It was those kind of days. Back when you ladies had it easy.
Then he came back home and he said, what happened? They're both dead.
And no one answered him. His doctor was standing there like, I told him not to go outside. I was like standing on the lawn going, go back inside. And then we came back a little bit later. And apparently it might have been smoke inhalation. We don't know. It's hard to say. I told him to go back in the house, have a cigarette, and don't worry, this whole carbon monoxide thing is just a passing fad.
Parts of the house had nothing to do. It's just an amazing. Wife was very young. Mother was older, but she was getting
Really? His mother was older than his wife? That's weird.
by. The light has gone out from my life, he wrote. But Theodore Roosevelt did not surrender to fate. He came here to Medora and made himself
Medora is very hard to say if your brain is misfiring. Medora?
fate's master. I said, I want to be fate's master. He wanted to turn the tables and
Give it a spanking. He wanted to give fate a big slap on the tushy, tie its hands above its head and give it what for.
he really showed that that's what Americans can do. That's what people can do beyond Americans. That's what people can do if they really believe and they set their mind to it and if they're competent. I mean,
Obviously, some people weren't born to be winners.
you have to be competent. You have to be smart. It's nice to say anybody can do it. Not anybody can do it.
That's the spirit.
They'd like to say,
I mean, obviously, it helps if you're born rich.
oh, anybody can do it. No. But he was a special person.
Yeah, genes. It was genetic. Jesus
He
Christ.
arrived at this town, narrow-chested, 140 pounds. He looked pretty bad to the people here because they're pretty tough people around here. Never changed. He was sick. He was shattered from the death of these two people that he loved the most. And his body and his spirit were pretty much broken. Not broken enough, but pretty much broken. If they were
Yeah, but partially. Yeah, about 20%. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me get out of here.
broken all the way, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did.
Probably. Yeah. Hold on. I'm not back here.
Shattered from the death of these two people that he loved the most.
Mm-hmm.
And his body and his spirit were pretty much broken. Not broken enough, but pretty much broken. If they were they were like chipped, you know. broken all the way, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did. He left here 2 years later. He weighed 40 pounds more, and he was strong as an ox. They say it was 40 pounds of muscle. I don't know how the hell that happened.
You wouldn't, because you only play golf.
They didn't have modern-day drugs. Of course, the modern-day drugs don't do that either, do they?
You mean steroids?
In fact, they actually take away the muscle. That's not good.
Oh, shit. So he is on Ozempic.
How are we doing, doctor? Well, you lost a lot of muscle. That's not good.
Fuck are you talking about?
But we didn't have any of that.
No, we didn't. We definitely didn't have anything that took away your muscle back then. Medicine was so much better when everybody just died of dysentery.
When he was 40 pounds of steel, the vital man of vigor who would become president of the United States not that long after he left. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow, that's you're just finding that out, are you? You spent all day in the fucking museum.
I know what it takes to do that. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's obviously easier now because you don't have to take a train everywhere.
As a sheriff's deputy, he heard 3 thieves had stolen the only boat in town, so he built another, and over 3 days chased the criminals 300 miles. He wanted all those poor criminals.
Yeah, he was just rowing after them.
We need a little bit more of that in Our country don't, but we do pretty good.
Sorry. So your solution for car theft is for the cops to build a car.
We have the best border we've ever had. We do pretty good. Thank you. We have the best border, strongest border. We went from the worst border in history in 3 months
You're in North Dakota, asshole.
to the best border in history, so we do okay. But he was a man.
Is there a lesson 2 in this, or are we just blowing through the numbers at this point?
Could get crushed
No, was lesson 3 build a boat to catch a boat?
beneath a horse. He was crushed.
What?
Get up, and he kept riding. People said, "You got to get back. We got to get you to." No, I'm going to keep riding.
So he's only partially crushed. If he was completely crushed, he wouldn't have been able to.
He could take a bullet to the chest, stand up, and keep speaking. He had a little luck. He had a lot of paper there. I saw it today, a bullet hole right through both of them. But so lucky, got lucky.
Yeah, lucky, not tough.
But other people wouldn't have done what he did.
Like you mean?
He could feel sick, and he was often feeling sick.
What, really? He could? He was able to feel illness like us normal humans? I guess his genes weren't as good as you say.
Deep in the Amazon jungles, he would get extremely sick.
Didn't like the food, or?
Maybe he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, who the fuck? Don't go to the Amazon. Lesson number 3.5, subsection A.
He knew what was happening. It was a very dangerous place from that standpoint.
Yeah, he knew.
From the standpoint of catching some pretty bad diseases. And
Uh-huh. Yeah, don't fuck the local shrubbery. I think lesson number 2.7.
caught him. And yet he carried on when he was half dead, and most people think he was going to die. They thought he was going to die. They said, Teddy
You're half dead. What happens if you become the other half dead?
Roosevelt is going to die. But he carried on, and he was still...
Did they write that in the newspapers, or they just write that on a paper airplane? Just, Teddy Roosevelt's going to die. They would just say it, hey, who the fuck's Teddy Roosevelt? Never mind.
Still standing.
He's a guy wandering around the Amazon with asthma.
He never sat. He never rested. He just kept going.
Wow, it must have been exhausting. Did you sleep standing up like a horse?
As America turns 250 years old, we look at this remarkable man, and we recall that...
Honest to fucking God. We were counting down 5 lessons. Which one is... This is just number 5?
With effort, determination, and drive, there is nothing that Americans of competence cannot do.
Fuck me. We're still on 5.
Nothing.
Yeah, Joe Biden says it more concisely and with more vigor, and he's got a fucking stutter, you chump.
Our ancestors were the people who raised up New York City from the marshes of Manhattan.
Yeah, they hate New York City there.
And then ventured into the Dakotas.
Really? They just skipped right over the Ohios?
To carve up a life in the place that they call...
To carve up a life? What are you doing? I'm whittling an existence.
Called...
Well, get off my porch.
Hell with the fires burned out. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
Into the Dakotas to carve up a life in the place that they called hell with the fires burned out. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Hell with the fires burned out. That doesn't sound so nice.
Gee, hell with fires raging sounds so much better.
But you did, and you've become a tremendously wealthy state.
Yeah, you're certainly get to keep all that money you don't spend on citizens.
Successful state with low taxes.
Low population?
I mean, you have great government.
Yeah, it's pretty easy when your towns have 129 people in
You
them.
have great government. These people right
I know, Alyosha, it's just...
over here and the people I introduced, but other places have good land. They have valuable assets under the land, and they're losing. You know, California was our 3rd biggest oil drilling state, Doug, not so long ago. It's got tremendous amounts of oil. Nobody knows that. It was third
Everybody knows that. Anybody who's seen Beverly Hills Cop 2,
after Texas. Years ago, it was a big oil drilling. Now they won't drill because the environmental lunatics have said don't do it. And it's
yeah, it's like they want their water.
not a state that's doing very well. In fact, it's doing extremely poorly. One of the most beautiful
It's the 6th largest economy on the planet.
states in the world, best weather, best everything.
It's got a bigger economy than Russia and Italy combined.
From winning our independence to laying the railroads, taming the West, and planting our flag on the moon, nothing great that America has ever done has come without
It's come out of North Dakota. Sorry. Like what? None of those things actually happened where you are. You do realize that.
staggering effort and
Ever since we launched the rocket to the moon, right from here near the base of Mount Rushmore.
never come easy. It's been really an
Not since Richard Dreyfuss tried to have sex with an alien at the base of Devil's Tower.
unflagging persistence that drove us into greatness. We had the persistence of great people, great men, great women. They were persistent. They never gave up. This
Yeah, so we're still on lesson 1. Fuck, we get it. This speech is persistent. At some point, I think there should be a value in tapping out. Like, yeah, we got it, buddy. Bap, bap.
it was built on
Fuck me. God damn it, dude. Move on.
the conviction that just because something is hard to
Yeah, if it's difficult, you should keep going. Yeah, we get it. If you love it, you don't have to. It's not work. Yeah.
do, that only means that Americans
Can I just watch a Brian Tracy video later and call it a day?
try even harder, and they succeed almost all the time. Because whatever the obstacle, whatever the challenge, it's no match for American grit. And you have it probably as much or more than any other place there is.
Yeah, because you have to, because a bunch of the roads are dirt.
You have
There's a lot of grit out there.
American grit.
Not grits. Obviously, you have to go to, Kentucky, Tennessee, and I guess maybe parts of Virginia, parts of West Virginia for really good grits. That guy's just clapping to keep himself awake now.
And second, Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh my God, we're only on the second one. Motherfucker. So never give up. Never give up, never surrender. Okay.
Us all that to be a great nation and to be a free nation, we must have courage.
Yes, the courage. Possibly to carry on when things are difficult. Awesome. We maybe could have squashed those into one.
Courage, you have nothing.
Yes, I remember that from The Wizard of Oz, I think.
As TR once put it, freedom is not a gift that lasts long in the hands of cowards. How about that? Doesn't last
How about that? I never seen that before, even though it's on a fucking wall over at the museum. This is my first time seeing that.
long in the hands of cowards. What a great statement.
Wow, that's great. It's like other people have been speaking and using English properly long before you even existed. I quoted it, so I'm good. That's basically, if I say it, it's like I was the first person saying it because I'm saying it right now.
I want to use that. I shouldn't have said it. I would have used that statement, and I wouldn't have attributed it to TR.
Oh my God, I was fucking joking. It's exactly what he's doing. Like, I should have just stole that. I'm going to pretend that's mine. Like every fucking thing else, like MAGA, like Make America Great Again, which again was a fucking Reagan thing, or America First, which is like pro-Nazi, Henry Ford thing.
And they would have said, oh, what a great statement that is. Trump made a brilliant speech.
Yeah, but then the fake news would have gone, he didn't say it, and they would have not been fake. They would have been telling the truth at that point.
What do you think, John? Would I get away with that?
Yeah. How about this? How about you steal that statement and then give yourself the Medal of Honor for getting away with it?
I don't know. Maybe not.
No,
But
you would not. Don't stand in front of a bunch of people that are there to celebrate the Teddy Roosevelt Library and his life and legacy and the Rough Riders right behind you and go, what if I just pretended to have the values? Like, just steal valor from the man right on the steps of his fucking library.
it's a great statement.
Yeah, we know. That's why it's been a quote of his for a long time.
That's a beautiful thing to say.
It is, and you get credit just for saying
But
it.
in the West, he tracked a 1,200-pound grizzly. My two boys know all about that. I say,
Yeah, they don't track them, though. They just go to a place where they stake one down, and then you just shoot it.
are grizzlies dangerous as a
I don't know. Are grizzlies dangerous? I think grizzlies are fairly...
100-pound grizzly? My two boys know all about that. I say, are grizzlies dangerous as a
Are grizzlies dangerous? I don't think so. A grizzly, very scary, very dangerous animal. But a grizzly, I don't think you have anything to worry about, sir. If you run into a grizzly, let us know, and we'll take care of it. Are grizzlies dangerous? I'm sorry, CSL. We got like 7 different audio drops from this shit.
100-pound grizzly? My two boys know all about that. I say, are
Jesus.
grizzlies dangerous as
No, are grizzlies dangerous? And they go, Dad, what's a grizzlies?
a grizzly bear dangerous?
Yeah, say it again. That helps.
I looked at Eric and Don. They know more about that stuff than any human being, I tell you.
Not even close to true.
He said, they're real dangerous, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, grizzly bears are dangerous. News fucking flash.
I said, are they violent bears?
Oh my God. No, they're not. They're not. Just like storms aren't violent. They are not motivated by sheer aggression. They are territorial animals.
They said,
No, they'll hug you. Go hug one. If you see one at the fucking zoo, go give it a big kiss right on the asshole. Are they violent?
they're really violent, right?
Yeah, remember when you guys told me all about grizzly bears and I was like, are they dangerous? And like, yeah, they're dangerous. But are they violent? Like, yes, Dad, they're violent. But you sure you can't kiss one right on the butthole and make friends with it? No, Dad, you cannot kiss it right on the butthole and make friends with it.
You said they are violent, but that doesn't scare them. Just be scared, okay, and get the hell out of there.
Yes, that's great. That's great. If you're ever confronted with a grizzly bear, be scared and get the hell out of there. Unless you can't. And then either play dead or try to kiss it right on the butthole. Fuck. Somebody needs to tell Trump the grizzly bear joke that, of course, ends with the punchline, this isn't about hunting, is it?
But we want to keep you around. But
If you see a grizzly bear, they're very violent. Yeah, get the hell out of there because we want to keep you around.
when it roared, a big one, and it wanted to strike him, and it was going rapidly there, very fast. I just learned that on a...
You just learned that grizzly bears are fast. Dude, it wouldn't matter. If they sauntered, they could still catch you, you lumbering fuck.
airplane coming over here. He shot it squarely
Sorry, they just told you on the airplane that grizzly bears are fast?
between the eyes, and it fell, touching him but not able to destroy him. When he heard a man here threaten to kill him right here, one of your tough people,
One of your locals.
is he around by any chance? Would you please stand up?
No, he's been dead for a long time, too.
He
Sorry, you think...
heard a man here threaten to kill him right here, one of your Enough people. Is he around by any chance? Would you please stand up? He rode to his house.
Hold on. What the fuck is that? What in the world are you talking about? And you know, everybody in that audience was like, even the Rough Riders like, that's like, even the yawning cowpoke right over here is like, yeah, he's been dead for about 100 years at least, sir. No.
He rode to the man's house, knocked on his door. The man threatened to.
He wrote to it? You mean rode?
He rode to his house. He rode to the man's house.
He wrote to it. He wrote is, road. Wrote is extra past tense of road.
Knocked on his.
He wrote a note and knocked on his door.
The man threatened to kill him. He said, "I'm going to kill Roosevelt." And he declared that I've come over to see what you want to begin with, and how do you want to begin the killing? He said, How do you want
to begin to killing? You said, I came over there. Excuse me, sir. At what phase would you like to begin to killing me? I rode over here this whole thing to confront you, sir. Begin to killing. What the shit?
begin with, and how do you want to begin the killing? He said, how do you want to begin? I'm right here in front of you. How do you want to begin the killing?
How do you want to begin to killing? What? Hold on. I have to look this up. Okay. Teddy Roosevelt. Man threatened to kill him. And Roosevelt went to his home and said, I understand you threatened to kill me on sight. I want to come, okay. So the quote is, I understand you have threatened to kill me on sight. I have come over to see when you want to begin. I understand you threatened to kill me. I've come over to see when you want to begin. And let's see what Trump does with that.
I'm going to kill Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt specifically, not the, some rando member of the family, but sure.
And he declared that I've come over to see.
He declared it. I declare I've come over to see. What did I declare? But I had a great idea. What was my idea? Oh, yes, I remember.
What you want to begin with, and how do you want to begin the killing, he said.
Yeah, he said, how do you want to begin the killing?
How do you want to begin? I'm right here in front of you. How do you want to begin the killing?
Yes, how do you want to begin the killing?
That's a little different kind of a guy.
Yeah, he talks in a very, Roosevelt spoke in a very strange way. I can't. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Oh, God. All right. I'm okay. Son of a bitch. Teddy was a very word-speaking odd person. Made me snort. Oh, I'm in my pants. I'm going to have to go. All right. Oh, God. I want to hear that whole thing again, because I want to now watch the faces of the people right behind him going, huh? All right, wait. Oh, shit. I want to hear, beginning.
Would you please stand up?
Is the guy, first of all, he starts off with, is the guy that threatened to kill Roosevelt, who died over 100 years ago, here possibly, and would he like to raise his hand because probably you folks in this town don't like that guy very much, or you wouldn't have put the library here. I guess is where he's going with this.
touching him but not able to destroy him.
We're back at the bear.
When he heard a man here threaten to kill him,
Not here today. Not you do realize here is in the city area, not here in present time.
right here, one of your
Sorry, the noise gate is blocking my. Oh my God. All right. Thank you. Shit.
tough people, is he around by any chance? Would
Is
you
he around by any chance? Would you
please
like to
stand up? He rode to his house. He rode to the man's house.
Did he?
Knocked on his door. The man threatened to kill him. He said, I'm going to kill Roosevelt. And he declared that I've come over to see what you want to begin with. And how do you want to begin the killing? He said, how do you want to begin? I'm right here in front of you. How do you want to begin the killing? That's a little different kind of a guy. By a coincidence of history,
You're just going to move on past that. We're just going to skip right fucking past that.
it was exactly 128 years ago today
That somebody begin to killing.
that Colonel Roosevelt gave our nation one of the greatest examples of American courage the age-old chronicles of military valor have ever seen. After commandeering a ship to Cuba for the volunteer regiment, he personally raised and trained his incredible Rough Riders. The Rough
Oh, shit.
Riders, I saw the Rough Riders. What the hell are the Rough Riders? Look at these guys. I wish I looked like that. If I looked like them, I would have been president 20 years ago. You guys are great. Thank you. They could really ride those horses. They let us in. They were going faster than the car.
It's just, I know. It's just sometimes it just gets so stupid. It just pegs the meter and it's overwhelming.
I said to my guys, is there any danger in the way they're riding? Yeah, there's
Oh my God. Because could a grizzly catch them?
danger, sir, but they're great riders. You guys are
Are they riding violently?
fantastic. Thank you. But he led the Rough Riders in their heroic charge up San Juan Heights. And with malaria coursing all throughout his veins, he was really sick. Colonel Roosevelt galloped into a hail of Spanish bullets, and when his horse came to a wire
By the way, you could tell the Spanish bullets from regular bullets because they're very sexy. And they all look like little Antonio Banderas. And they give you a look from the side like that. And sometimes they speak with a Castilian Spanish accent. Very sexy, the whole thing.
he leapt off the horse. He jumped off the horse and he started running toward the enemy. I don't know if that was smart, but he made it. Then he looked over at the next hill and he grabbed his men. He said, fellas, let's do it again. And he did it again and again. The Rough Riders' victory at San Juan Heights led directly to the collapse of the Spanish line. Ah, the Spanish. Members of
The Spanish with their Spanishing.
NATO, but not very good members of NATO. They say, no, we don't want to help other people. What are we doing, huh? They are not behaving nicely, but they will learn soon after they
What?
relinquish their grip on Cuba and Guam, the Philippines,
Guam.
and Puerto Rico, and they were all ours. We got them all.
We got every last one of them, man.
And speaking of Cuba, after many, many decades,
Oh, shit. I'm going to do better than if Teddy could ever do. I'm going to attack him.
it's coming our way. Coming our way.
It's coming our way. Get ready, 51st State.
But for his actions that day, TR was celebrated as a hero and eventually awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's a big deal.
Yeah, he actually fought in a battle and got it. He didn't just play with giving it to himself as president.
And I'm thrilled to announce that just moments ago, 128 years after the Battle of San Juan Heights, it was my really great privilege to deliver his library and a very
Sorry, you flew it there on Air Force One?
special little gift. In fact, I gave it to Doug and the president.
You delivered it to his library? Is that what you were trying to say? That you would take the thing and you would deliver it to his library?
A very special little gift. In fact, I gave it to Doug and the president, a man who did such a good gift. Deliver his library. My really great privilege to deliver his library and a very special little gift. In fact, I gave it to Doug and the president, a man who did such a good job in helping to build it. Doug raised a lot of money, got a president to be out here all day instead of 15 minutes. And I gave that medal.
Jesus Christ. So he was referring to himself as he gave it to himself as president?
I took it off. We have a beautiful room, the Roosevelt room. This Roosevelt, by the way.
Oh, I see.
And I took it off the wall, brought it over, and we just presented it. And it's going to
Oh, that was awfully nice of
be
you.
in your library now for a long, long time. And it'll be displayed alongside the Medal of Honor earned by his brave son. His son was brave. It's genetics, you know. It's like the racehorse theory, right?
No, it's not.
Fast horses.
He had asthma.
Theodore Roosevelt
Was a slow horse. Therefore, he had to ride one.
Jr. on D-Day, he also received that incredible acknowledgement, except for Arthur and Douglas MacArthur. Arthur was his son, Douglas MacArthur, great general.
Author.
They're the only father and
Once in your life, you find her. Author.
son pair to receive our nation's highest military award for courage above and beyond.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. You and Don are right out. You'll just have to be happy with all the crypto money you're stealing and all the rare and exotic animals you get to murder from a helicopter.
The call of duty. Now, as I see my two beautiful sons sitting there, I think
That's the closest they've ever gotten to a war is playing Call of Duty. So
I'm going to give one to myself, one to them, and we'll have a threesome, okay?
fuck you. Oh yes, you could be two generations of valor thieves.
I'll pick out one of the two.
Yeah, let me guess which one it's going to be, Eric.
I'll give them the Congressional Medal of Honor for something, for their genius at hunting. And I'll get one for taking on Russia, or something. And we'll have a third pair. No, I'm only kidding. But I have seriously thought about...
You've seriously thought about giving it to yourself. Yes, we know you're a pig and you're a valor thief, and you just already admitted that had you heard the Teddy Roosevelt quote earlier, you would have stolen it and said it was yours. Yeah, you're a second generation rich kid. That's how you act.
This is dangerous to say because the fake news is up there all over the place. And when I joke, I learned early on, don't be sarcastic in politics.
That's not sarcasm. All joking is not technically sarcasm.
But I actually said a few times that I've seriously thought of giving myself the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, everyone knows I'm doing it with a chuckle, but then they report,
No, they're not sure.
he wants to give himself the Congressional. So I don't say that anymore. It's very
You said it again.
dangerous to say.
You said it twice in this speech.
But it is the highest award, and they had a father-son get it, and that's a tremendous tribute to a genetic pool.
Fuck you.
As we enter the 250th year, Americans must
It's like, it's not a genome award.
never forget we are a historic and heroic people with a heroic spirit and a heroic purpose. And in this world, we are a very special group.
Okay, courage was number 2. Where are we?
American courage won our independence.
Okay,
It
this is the-
liberated millions and
Still doing
millions from
courage.
slavery, rescued billions from tyranny, and sustained American liberty for 2.5 centuries. And we're not going to lose it to this group of losers. Oh, can you imagine? Have you seen these people? Have you seen these people? The press is just building them up. They're losers, okay? They're nasty people.
All right, he's talking about the New York, like, Democratic Socialists again, just randomly without reference. But I guess he assumes his crowd will know who you're talking about. They're just ugly, whoever they are. Whoever you're thinking of when I say this, that's who they are.
Losers. We'll teach them. We're going to teach them. They're not going to hurt our country. Without courage, there is no America today. If you don't have courage, we wouldn't have America today. We wouldn't be close. Third,
Thank God. Please wrap it the fuck up.
Theodore Roosevelt believed in the America that really works and worked.
Oh my God. Please just say work.
He refused to accept failure, mediocrity, corruption, decay, or decline, and neither should we. That's why we can't take this nonsense that's going
Sorry, what's third? Work? Just being pro-work?
on, right?
Isn't that in the part of the perseverance in the first one?
No, we're not going to take it.
Nah. Just like D. Snyder said. Brother D.
The first public cause he ever supported was a bill to fix the streets in New York City. He was very New York City and New York centric, you know that.
Was he now?
That's where he came from. He was a pretty rich family. As the civil service commissioner, he fought tooth and nail to return federal hiring to a principle called merit. Merit. Isn't that nice to hear? And by the way,
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
do you know a little
Oh, here we go.
while ago, not in yesterday's decisions, where we actually had a good day except for birthright citizenship, which will work out some way, but we had something called, do you know what we're talking about?
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
We had something that gives back tremendous power to the President of the United States. And
I'm allowed to fire people.
we won that, I think, 6-3, and it was taken away from
It only happened yesterday, so it's understandable you wouldn't remember the number.
another Roosevelt. It was taken away from FDR in 1932, it was taken away, and for almost 100 years, that's been up for grabs. Slaughter, it was called, the Slaughter case. And a lot of people didn't think it would ever be won, and we won it 2 days ago in the Supreme Court. It gives power back to the president at a time where the president really needs power. It's a great decision.
Yeah, so, by the way, so he can fire people he hired in the first term that are still working because they sucked just as bad as the new people he's hired.
It was the most important, and we won some others too. It was the most important decision of all of them, I think. But we'll take care of the birthright citizenship because that was not meant for rich people from other countries. That was meant for.
You mean like the Russians who were giving birth at the Trump obstetrics waiting room in Miami, also known as Trump Tower, Miami?
Actually, it was meant for the babies of slaves. If you look at it, it was a month after the Civil War ended that it went through. That's because it was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for rich people from China. They came over in Gulf Streams. It was meant.
It's interesting that he's, we've seen this on the Fox channels as well. I think one of the people who was on Tucker's channel are talking, and they're all talking about Chinese people giving birth over here. He's not bringing up the Russians who do it at his properties all across the country.
For the babies of slaves. So I believe No, I know they got it wrong, but that's okay because they gave us something that nobody thought. But they also gave us something in one of the sessions a year ago. It was called merit. Our country now is based again on merit. So,
Accepted the presidency, obviously. And his cabinet. And Congress.
if you're
And the Senate.
a
leadership.
student with very
And I guess all the offices of the cabinet members.
average mark,
And especially the Maha movement inside the NIH and the CDC. And
marks, and you looked a certain way, or you acted a certain way, or whatever, and you get into the finest school in the world, and then you're somebody else that looked a certain way or acted a certain way,
you mean black.
and you have all A pluses, and you have all great
The first person was black. Now this is the white person.
marks and board numbers that are through the roof, way above other people,
Especially the brown people.
but you don't get in, they get in.
Because that's what it's all about.
It's all over with. It's based now on merit. I don't even know if people know. The fake news didn't want to cover it. To me, that's one of the greatest decisions. And that took courage.
Sorry, no, it isn't. Because just because you're firing somebody, you have the right to fire them, doesn't mean you're automatically going to replace them with someone worthwhile. You first of all, you put Tulsi Gabbard in charge of the DNI, and then when she, took it on the heel and toe, you threw in Pulte, for fuck's sake. Where's the merit in that? You're not even advancing people from within the different departments that have spent their time working in those departments and know how they actually function. Where's the fucking merit in putting Pulte in charge of the DNI?
The Supreme Court.
There's zero merit in that. Zero.
Because our country became great because of merit. We became great because of merit. And when you look at those soldiers that we have standing there at Washington, D.C., where we ended up, so we have
Standing at Washington?
one of the most unsafe cities, places, our capital, anywhere in the country. And now
Horseshit.
we have one of the absolute safest. You can walk anywhere in Washington, and we fixed up the monuments, and Doug was fantastic. We had 78 monuments, fountains.
Oh, the fountains. Finally.
Statues.
Fuck grocery prices. Fountains. Come on. Give it up for the fountains, people. The water's flowing when you turn them on.
We have the reflecting pond, which we did the best
Oh, the pond. It's a pond now.
job of all. And they came
Pool or pond. Pond. Pond be good for you.
in with box cutters and they cut it up.
I could do it. Pool or pond. Chinch bugs.
But it's working fine. We're going to let a little water out. We're going to redo it a little bit.
A little bit.
But we fixed it up after 100 and think of it. It was
Yeah, it's totally fixed up.
1922.
And it's just sucked ever since. And thank God you showed up to turn it fucking Ninja Turtle green. We're still on number 3. Fucking hell.
That it came about. And from the day it was built, it leaked. From the day it was built, it didn't work. But when it did,
It didn't work. All these people have stood around it and looked at it all this time. They were just wrong.
when they had water, it was beautiful. It reflected Washington, the Washington Monument. It reflected Lincoln and Washington.
Or the buildings, anyways. Yeah. Not the actual guys. I mean, neither one of them lived to see it. I'm just.
Of it. How beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
How beautiful.
How beautiful. It's just reflecting them now. It's just sort of a green hue.
And these people went in and cut it up. And
Who are those people?
they got caught.
Did they?
We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
But they got caught.
Well, thanks for gifting the membership. By the way, thank you guys for the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't do a morning show today, but I don't even want him on screen when I talk about this. Summer had her last radiation treatment today. So we met with the oncologist and we're all, she's all clear right now. And obviously there's other stuff for the next couple months. And then 6 weeks on. But the the daily part of it that's been going on for the last, 3 months and change, especially the really intense part of it, is officially over. The next 2 weeks are gonna be rough, but it was really lovely. And so I went with her this morning. I go with her to her oncology meetings and stuff and take notes. So good. That's nice news. Obviously we're in a wait and see game with the after part, but at least she doesn't have to, show up and get blasted every day. So final one. And so thank you guys for understanding during this time. Over the next couple weeks, depending on how she reacts to it after the fact, if I have to ditch out, that's why. Just want you guys to know that. So thank you guys in this, especially in the last year, since November of last year when I went to hospice with my dad and we found out Summer had cancer officially the day I was flying back to be with my dad. It's been a stretch, kids. I'm just going to say, who's starting? Right. Somebody just said they're starting soon. Catherine, you'll be okay. It's so much better than it was. They're so much further ahead than they were, but it's a real thing, and give yourself a break. That's the only thing I would say, is that, and let the people around you know you're just going to have a reaction to it. You're going to be nervous and scared, and all that stuff's going to come up whether you like it or not. Sometimes stress comes up in a very overt way. Sometimes you just, whatever, break out in hives. Who knows? It's because the stress is there no matter what. So anyway, so I appreciate you guys being patient with me during this time when my schedule's been all over the place and I've got to do other work besides this show to help cover us, as it were. And so I appreciate you guys during that time. I just wanted to say that. I'm soldiering on. So anyways, back to the ridiculousness. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right, here we go. We'll do a big show about it. When I hit 100,000, we'll do a big retrospective over all this stuff. So subscribe, will you?
But they put a big gash, 350 feet long.
No, they did not.
Think of that, 300.
And you didn't, and no one saw him do it.
350-foot gash.
Say, walk 350 feet, cutting the whole thing, and nobody said it a fucking word.
Gash along the side of this very expensive material. But it will have it all. It's already good. We want to have it done for July 4th, and it was done for July 4th. And
except it wasn't.
It's operating right now, but we'll let a little water out. We'll fix it up very quick.
Sorry, what was that? A little water out?
And it's operating right now, but we'll let a little water out. We'll fix it up very quick.
We'll let a little water out. That one down. How the hell rubber biscuit? Well, what are we doing?
And it's operating right now, but we'll let a little water out. We'll fix it.
We'll let a little water out. Let a little water out, I think is what that was. Let a little water out.
And it's operating right now, but we'll let a little water out. We'll fix it up very quickly.
It sounds like he's drowning in it while he speaks.
Doug?
Well, we're going to...
And it'll be just as good, but we have, for the first time ever, what they don't say, we spent a very small amount of money, too.
Yes, and God, it looks like it. It looks like you skimped.
What they don't say is Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? Barack Hussein Obama spent tens of millions of dollars trying to fix it, and it was a disaster. Sleepy Joe Biden spent millions of dollars trying to fix it, and he was unable to do it.
And you've spent millions of dollars, and you have not been able to do it.
We did it, and it works beautifully. It's beautiful. We got rid of the algae, which they put in. They put in algae.
They did. They carried her over in 2 teaspoons and dumped it in there.
Who the hell put in algae?
I don't know. Probably the nature.
They had a couple of people with signs, protect the algae.
Yeah, they're fucking with you.
Can you believe this?
Yes, they're mocking you. Make algae great again. Yeah.
The world has gone crazy.
Yes, nuts. People siding with algae against the United States of America. They want to change it. Have you heard this? It's crazy. They want to call it the United States of Algae. Have you heard that?
But today I'm proud to say that after
Make algae green again. It's terrible.
4 years of decline, America is once again a nation that has strong borders, is respected
Got the merit. Right. Number 3 was merit. We're still on fucking merit. Get on with it.
by everyone, all
I'm fucking. We're gonna raid Boston Brian at the half-hour mark, and I hope we have at least gotten to 5 by then, so I can ditch the fuck out.
over the
Shit.
world. They respect your president and they respect you. When they respect your president, they respect you.
Why? What the fuck? Why would I need them to respect my president to respect me as an American? Yeah. What did I miss? All right.
And we solve problems
Awesome. Congratulations. You want a fucking cookie?
and we take things on just like Theodore Roosevelt
Yeah, just like him, except slower and less effectively.
took things on. He took them on directly right at them. He stared in their face.
Yeah, like that bear that slid right up and didn't destroy him, or the guy who was like, begin the killing and the killing the beginning.
But our laws will be enforced. Our laws will be protected.
All right, but is this still the merit?
And our law enforcement is respected again. You know, one
Oh boy.
of the things that I'm most proud of, when I was running in the campaign and even before I announced, you could not get people to join the military. We had the worst years we've ever had
Because unemployment was low and wages were going up and people had other options.
under Sleepy Joe.
That's always what happens when unemployment goes down. It's hard to get people to join the military because they have options. And most parents are like, a field where my child could get killed or blown up versus another one. But man, when unemployment and those kind of entry-level jobs start going away, it's amazing how many people start jumping back in the military. Not that there aren't a lot of people that join simply because they want to, but the legacy joiners are a smaller number than the people who join when there aren't enough fast food jobs around.
Biden, he had no idea what the hell he was doing. And people were ashamed of our country.
No, not really. No. He managed to pass an infrastructure act, which is and get it signed, which is a lot more Roosevelt than any of the shit you're doing.
Couldn't get him to join. And then we had a beautiful day,
Because they had options.
November 5th, and we won it by a lot. We won by just a lot. It was
Just a lot? Or you're saying it's a lot?
incredible.
Yeah, an incredible lot.
We beat a woman named Kamala.
By a lot.
We beat a brilliant young woman named Kamala who had no clue. She was the border czar. She never went to the border. She never called the border patrol. I said, fellas, you ever get a call from Kamala? She's the border czar. No, sir, she never called. I used to call them every other day.
Yeah, she wasn't the border czar. She was actually working with South American countries to stop migration before it came, so it wouldn't be a problem at the border. You'd solve that problem before it gets to the border.
How we doing on the border? 2 months, and we had a border that was perfect. 2 months.
And then you had to put a bunch of funding into the big bullshit bill so that you could pay for it.
But Kamala never called,
Kamala.
and she never went. So for 4 years, she was the border czar. She never went to the border. It's not,
It wasn't border czar.
that doesn't typically play out very well. And we had the worst border in the world.
It's almost like a general practitioner, a doctor that doesn't work in an emergency room, never going to an emergency room because they're dealing with the people before they end up in the emergency room.
But
Again, yeah, absolutely. Can we just, hold on, let's try this. Did it pop over? No, okay.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullshit!
All right.
needs power. It's a great decision. It was the most important, and we won
Oh my God, Merritt, get on with the next. What's the next one?
some others too. It was the most important decision of all of them, I think. But we'll take care of the birthright citizenship because that was not meant for rich people from other countries. That was meant for, actually, it
Okay,
was
sorry.
meant for the babies of slaves. If you look at it,
Sorry,
it was
did
a
I
month after
did it
the
jump
Civil
back?
War. Because they gave us something that nobody thought. Born get married. I don't even know if people know the fake.
Hold on.
I refuse to tell you who got more votes.
Hold on.
And she never went, so...
There we go.
For 4 years, she was the border czar. She never went to the border. It doesn't typically play out very well. And we had the worst border in
Typically.
the world.
No, we didn't.
But these are the people that were running our government, that we were a laughing stock all over the world. Not
I was under Title 42, which he instituted during his presidency. And it meant that people could try as many times to cross the border as they wanted without it showing up on their permanent record and denying them citizenship in the future, unlike Title 8. So during COVID, when he instituted Title 42, it allowed people to try and try and try again, driving up the recidivism number. So even if you kick somebody out, they could try again, and they couldn't be denied a chance at citizenship later on, like under Title 8. So specifically, it was his fault. And every time they tried to shut it down, they're trying to undo his tougher border policy. It wasn't tougher. It was actually, it made it easier for people to sneak across the border again and again.
They don't laugh at us anymore.
They just laugh at you specifically.
Government that was honest and accountable was the number one demand of...
Oh, shit. He's back. Okay, so merit was in there somewhere, and then a government that was honest. And honesty? Is honesty going to be number 4?
Accountable. These are the people that were running our government, that we were a laughing stock all over the world. Not anymore. They don't laugh at us anymore. A government that was honest and accountable was the number one demand of the Declaration of Independence. They want honesty. They want respect. And on this anniversary...
Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that?
We recommit ourselves to upholding that righteous legacy, and that's why I'm here. I'm in a state that I won by a landslide.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get over yourselves.
But I won a lot of them by landslides, in all fairness. But this was a beauty.
Thanks, Elon.
This was a beauty.
You mean a state that normally Republicans win all the time, even if it's worse for the state and the economy of the state, because they have this sort of like bullshit, like riches cult attitude towards the presidency?
And I refuse to tell you.
Oh, God.
My son said, Dad, don't say that. So I won't. I refuse to tell you who got more votes, me or the legendary, and he was great, Theodore Roosevelt.
Jesus Christ.
I refuse to say. Because you'll say he's a braggart.
Yeah, you are.
A terrible human being. He's a horrible person. So I refuse to say. I told my son I will not say. Thank you. Thank you for giving me some good advice, Eric Trump and Don Trump.
He doesn't remember which son it was.
TR was also a staunch and ferocious opponent of a thing called communism. You've been hearing a lot about that lately.
Yeah, totally. It's all over the news.
He said the doctrines of communistic socialism,
that's the worst kind.
if consistently followed, mean the ultimate annihilation of civilization. Other than that, he thought it was wonderful. As we're seeing now, communism is the greatest threat to our country, including, I believe this, you know, when I said it, I said, boy, that's pretty severe, but I think it's true. It's the biggest threat to our country, including World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, September 11th. I think it's a bigger threat, potentially a bigger threat than that, because it's
Why? Because it might take hold?
like a cancer that spreads, and you better stop it fast. We will never let the United States become a communist country. Won't happen. And 4-3, you know, thank you.
4-3? 4-3? Which number?
And 4-3, you know, thank you.
4-3?
Theodore Roosevelt believed in an America that...
Oh, see, he saw Theodore and thought it was 3 and did 4-3, Theodore 3, and then Theodore Roosevelt is what he did, basically. 4-3-4.
Fourth, Theodore Roosevelt believed in an America that thinks big. He thought big. He was a big thinker. He was a
Was he?
tremendously big thinker.
He thought of big. He thought of big things, and he was big thinking.
On the 4th of July in 1886,
He was like, "Why don't we make it the 8th of July? Fuck it."
he spoke in Dickinson, North Dakota. Anybody from Dickinson?
Both those guys, him, Dick, and his son are there.
And said, like all Americans, I like big things.
You don't. I mean, are we talking like J.D. Vance big or? It's all right. Okay.
Big prairies, big forests,
Big bowels.
and mountains. I want them big.
Big digglings.
He wants
Big sweaty muscles on all the fighters. Big thighs on all the farmers.
big wheat fields.
Big wheat fields.
He wants tremendous railroads.
I like big wheat and I cannot lie. All right.
Let them be big and beautiful
Yeah, not these small little fucking row farms.
and powerful, and herds of cattle.
Powerful wheat, fields of wheat, cream of wheat.
He wants everything big. He wants
Everything big, except the small, obviously suppositories.
big factories, steamboats. He wants everything big. It was cool.
Yeah, steamboats so big they don't even fit in the river.
I mean, I thought it
We have to make the river bigger. You're going to need a bigger river.
was great because I feel that way.
Yeah. Well, people with tiny wieners often feel the need to compensate. I hear. Some of us are very comfortable.
I've always felt that way. Theodore
Yes, we realize you've always been chasing big things and never getting them.
Roosevelt wanted a big future, and he had big dreams for America.
And Trump got a big debt, right? Big national, to grow that debt.
And thanks to him, we built the Panama Canal, that beautiful Panama Canal.
Oh, it's such a canal.
That is not managed the way it should be, but we won't talk about that
Sorry. Get your pool guy on it.
now. But
Because you already did and rambled about it.
he did all of these incredible things with parks and everything else, and
Yeah, parks and everything else. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention.
we vanquished
We did the tour, a little bit of a tour.
every foreign power from the hemisphere, and he raised the American flag on the far side of the world. He had our American flag planted on every part of the world. He would
Conquered. We were basically, the whole world was America for like 3 weeks.
call, or whatever they did in those days.
What did they do? I don't remember back in the day. They probably had to send a telegram or something like that. A carrier pigeon.
Planted on every part of the world. He would call, or whatever they did in those days.
Signal, I think semaphore? Yeah. Signal flare, whatever.
The flag over there is the flag. He wanted that flag.
Used an Aldous lamp and they just, relayed it. Because, sorry, flat earthers.
To fly boldly in other countries and
Bold, living, bigger.
other parts of the world.
It's like, why are all these flags so small? I want them bigger than the other flags and bigger than the ship that we're on.
We built
Basically, make all the sails. You should have big sailboats and have all the sails be flags. The big one, the big sail, not the little.
the Great White
The mainsail should be flag. Everything else could be whatever,
Fleet. Did you ever
Just use shirts or
hear
something.
the Great White Fleet? We used to build ships.
Oh, the Great White Fleet. That's what everybody wanted. The fleet, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Hold on.
The fleet. The fleet.
Yes, absolutely.
Start very soon building them again. We're building.
Yeah, we're gonna build,
The fleet. The
Yeah.
fleet.
and we're gonna make all these boats out of.
Potatoes and chicken.
That's right. They'll float just like potatoes and
them
chicken.
like, will you see? Although we do build the greatest submarines ever in the world. We're 15 years ahead on submarines and other things.
And other things. Are you? So that started before you showed up. Also, you don't think, submarines float, right? They just manage their buoyancy. They don't sink when they submerge. Oof.
Do other things great,
Yeah, maybe.
but we're going to start with the ships again. We used to build a ship a day,
Yeah, we were in World War II.
and now they got out of that.
Yeah, we don't need that to be too many ships.
A lot of people that didn't know what the hell they were doing and running
Yeah, why wouldn't you want 365 battleships a year
our country.
forever?
Theodore Roosevelt understood
If
that
we'd have kept it that way, we would have filled up the Panama Canal and the Atlantic Ocean with boats by then. You could walk to Europe.
the grand and righteous
Put ladders between all the boats and just...
ambition is not a vice, it is a American virtue. Having ambition is a positive thing, he said, not a negative thing. And it won us our country, and it's been among the greatest forces for good. It's been the greatest thing. Our attitude and the attitude toward our country and making our country gay by some people.
Making our country gay. By the way, do you think he lost the word ambition and just had to say attitude a couple times?
Attitude and the attitude toward our country and making our country gay by some people.
Making our country gay. Well, hey, he may have missed Pride Month, but he's still got the spirit. Oops, sorry. Why is that? Making our country gay. All right. Well, that's, hey, look, as Freudian slips go.
Attitude and the attitude toward our country and making our country gay by some people. Not all presidents were like
Yeah, not all presidents did want to make the country gay, but finally.
that. I don't want to get involved with talking about the individual presidents, but
Yeah, but some of them wanted to make it gayer than others, but no one as much as you, sir.
we had some good. We had few great. We had a couple, but we had some good. But we had some really bad ones, and they set us back very, very substantially. In particular,
Yes, it's so much Sleepy Joe, because all the problems we're having are his fault, not mine.
the last one.
Yeah, because that's why I'm having such trouble. None of my shit's working because he made it so bad,
A nation like an individual either rises or falls, builds or decays.
Bills or decays? Sorry.
Individual either rises or falls, builds or decays,
Builds,
lives or dies by this. As we look into the future of our 250th year, it's time that we get out there and we expand our aspirations and our ambitions and build the country that will inspire the entire world for generations. So that's what we're doing.
Yes, inspire the Russians and the Chinese to take other countries by taking Greenland and Canada and Cuba
Again.
and Venezuela.
And we have more money being invested in the United States of America by other countries and people than ever before, by many, many times over.
Right.
The fake news doesn't like talking about it, but they see what's happening. Look at the stock market. Every day,
Stock market.
it's hitting a new high.
Yeah, that's because an entire new industry was born on top of what currently sits there. It's rising with the advance of AI as an industry. That's it. It's just a layer. If it wasn't there, you'd be in deep shit. It just happened to come online in 2022.
I think it's 82 times now. In a short period of time, 82. And that
What goes up must come down.
it's a good thing, not a bad thing. And all of you that have 401ks, which are many, who has a 401k? 401k, yeah.
All 8 of you.
Big percentage of the audience.
Yeah, totally. Like every 1 out of 100 people in there starts clapping, and the other 99 are like, "You fucker."
Everyone that has a 401k is setting records right now in your 401k. Your wife, your husband, your
Yeah, in volatility.
kids, they all think you're a genius. I'm the genius. I'm the one. No, I'm only kidding. No, I told the story the other day for a first.
Oh fuck.
A policeman came up
Came up, big, strong guy, tears in his eyes.
to me, a big, strong, good-looking guy, and he said, "Sir, I want
Good looking, was he?
to thank you." He was almost sort of crying.
Almost sort of crying. Not quite.
I said, "What do you want to talk to me about, officer?" He was standing.
And he was like, it's your birthday. He just came out. Did he arrive in a cake? Sorry. Okay.
Line. He was watching as I shook hands with people. Some of these people are extremely strong in shaking hands. They break your hand because they're so emotional. Sir, thank you very much. You guys are
yeah?
NFL offensive lineman. Sir, I'd like to thank you very much. Wah. But he came up to me and he said, "Sir, I was leaving. I want to thank you so much. Why? My 401k is up 84%.
Big sweaty guy. And I want to thank you by giving you a lap dance.
My wife was disgusted with me for years. It was just going in the wrong direction. But it's up 84% this year. And I just want to thank you, sir, because it's really helped
Because you invested in NVIDIA 2 years ago?
me with my marriage. My wife is respecting me again. She thought I was an idiot.
Why? Because you were initially investing in crypto?
This is a big, strong guy. But the
Big. How strong was he? Was he strong and good looking?
women, you know the women rule. You know that. We know. All the guys in there, you know. This guy is a big, powerful guy, and he was petrified of his wife. But you know what? He said, my wife now respects me again. She thinks I'm a genius. She thinks I'm Warren Buffett. She thinks I'm one of the greatest investors. But they are up. But everybody in this room, there's not one person here that hasn't been
You do realize that's the sun, right?
going up 50, 60, 70, 80%. Your 401ks, you're making a lot of money. Everybody is. And we have more people working today than any time in the history of our country.
Right, as a factor of population, not as a percentage of the public.
And you know, when you say per capita, there's many per capitas. It's like per capita relative to what?
Jesus.
We have more people working today.
Get on to number 5. I gotta raid Boston Brian. This is aggravating. I feel bad. Son of a bitch. We're almost at the end. He's got it.
Than at any time.
Just do number 5 and move on.
And we inherit a tremendous inflation problem from
Boo fuckity who. No, you didn't.
Biden. We inherited the worst inflation in history.
No, you didn't.
48 years, they say, but let's say history.
No, that happened in the first year of his presidency because of COVID in 21-22. That's when that happened. It went down from that point. It's higher now. Prices are up from then.
The worst inflation and prices were high, and those prices are all coming down. And
Oh yeah, eventually they're coming down. You might not notice them yet, but they're they're doing it. In 2 weeks, shit.
you see fuel is coming way down. It's dropping
Is it?
like a rock, just like
Yeah, it's going way down to 30 cents a gallon higher than it was permanently.
I said, because those boats are coming out of the Hormuz Strait.
The Hormuz.
They're coming out by numbers that nobody ever saw. We're setting records, actually.
No, you're not. You just got ships backed up. That's like saying I've been constipated for 6 months and I've got diarrhea like nobody's ever seen. Because it's just all like nobody's ever had this much come out of them in such a short period of time. I must be, and I didn't even eat that much. Just like
The oil is dropping. We have some great oilmen here. I don't know if they're happy or sad. I don't give a damn if they're happy or sad. I want the prices to go down and the oil.
Well, they'll go down, but they'll still stay. Wait till you start bombing again.
Is dropping like nobody thought possible, but I told you it would.
Because you're manipulating the market. You only do the fighting over the weekends, but for the most part.
Total control. We have total control of everything. This is
No, you don't.
just the beginning of the golden age of America. We're in the golden age of America.
Yeah, it's just the beginning, though, obviously. So don't expect too much. Also, by the way, can I point out in the Roosevelt thing that I think his wife died of, check me on this, I think his mom died of typhoid and his wife died of kidney disease, even though they died at the same time. Just for the record, like, they knew why they died. I went by that whole, because I was so astounded at how stupid it was. It wasn't a mystery. Like, one of them was dying for a long time and the other one caught something that was going around killing everybody.
And America
Before we're done with this.
is going
Oh my God, just do the fifth one. Shit.
to experience something that I can truly say, I believe, the
Going to.
best is yet to come.
Well, it's certainly not here now.
It's going to be coming.
Gonna be.
And it's here, but it's coming
It's here, but you're not expect. It's coming, but you know.
at speeds that nobody thought possible. Finally, Theodore Roosevelt understood
Finally, Jesus, finally. That's the word of the day.
that whatever our background, we are all Americans. We're Americans
Unless, you know, obviously birthright citizenship.
first, united under one flag. And we don't wipe our hands on a flag. Did you
What?
hear the person? One of our communist people.
Our communist people?
But they cleaned it up. The press cleaned that statement up. You know that, right? She didn't use the word hands. She used a different word, a disgusting word. They're disgusting pigs. She didn't use the word hand. They said hand. She used another word. You know what word I'm talking about. These people are a disgrace. That's why Theodore Roosevelt boldly fought for what he called the new nationalism. The word nationalism is a very interesting word.
It's so interesting, especially when you add Christian to it and you don't believe in either
Putting the
the Constitution or the Bible.
needs of the whole nation and all of these people above partisanship, lobbyists, crooked politicians. This is one thing with these guys, they are honest as hell. I'd let you know if they were crooked, if John or Kevin were crooked, I'd say they're crooked pals, but they're honest. Maybe they're too honest, actually. We got to get a little action going here, fellas.
What the fuck?
No, these are great politicians.
Nah, you should cheat if you can. I'm going to steal Teddy Roosevelt's quote while you're at it,
They're
too.
great people.
I'm at
That's
it.
why you put them back in office in record
Back.
numbers, the two of them, all the time.
Because it's a Republican state, because there's less than 1 million fucking people. Hold on. Sorry, let me check for sure. What's the sorry, hold on. What's the population of North Dakota? See how to do that. I can't do that. I'm back. All right, that's good. All right. I don't know why it does that. Hold on. Type in. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, 805,000. Smaller than South Dakota.
But TR knew that true patriotism demanded caring for the worker, the environment, and the health and culture and integrity for the nation itself.
Wow. I'm surprised you can even read those without your mouth bleeding.
He was something special.
He was.
He was a really great man. He was a man the likes of which you may never see again, but
Well, certainly we aren't seeing it now right in front of us.
we'll all get close and we'll all try and duplicate what he's done.
No, you won't.
Because he was a man of unbelievable genius and unbelievable toughness.
With yeah, yeah. If North Dakota was a city, it would be the 18th largest in the country. It would be just below Seattle, Washington, and slightly ahead of Denver.
So I want to just say that it's an honor to be with you.
Oh shit!
It's an honor to
Honor. I'm saying it's an honor. I say that's a lot lately. It's been an honor to meet you. It's an honor having you sit here. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor. I'm honored by you. This is my bullshit way of pretending to be humble. I'm honored by how much you recognize how awesome I am.
be asked to represent our nation in the opening of what will be a truly great library, museum, or center. Call it what you want.
I'll go with library because that's what they're all called.
And he deserves it as much as anybody that's ever been president of the United States, which is such a great honor. And I just want to thank everybody for being here on this extremely hot day. It's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful state. And I want to thank you all. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And of course, no doubt, because it's Teddy Roosevelt's day, he will sidestep using YMCA and use something more presidential. And
Thank you.
I'm kidding. That's never going to happen.
Let's party like we're moving gay, 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 gay. Buns and dongs and vests and thongs. Whoa, I love that.
Clap,
feeling.
clap, clap, clap,
Neighborhoods
clap.
have got the
Hey,
goods.
yeah.
Owie, owie,
He's
ow.
gonna do.
Buns and dongs and
Yeah,
vests and
just
thongs.
come in my ear and on my cheek. That's the whole double jerk off. That's what he's doing. Okay. Okay, I'm very proud of myself. It's hot. Butt stuff. Yeah, right in his mouth. Right? Yeah, you can. And thank you. Yeah. Yeah, brain floss. There you go. Jerk, jerk, right in my hair. There you go. Bye. Okay. See you, fellas. Nice. You guys look great. Which village person are you? That's great. That's okay. How you doing? See you later. Good to see you. I'm not gonna shake everybody's hand, but let's get a. If I stand here too long, people are gonna notice that I'm wearing a diaper. I'm only shaking hands with the people in the front row because they're just too, they're the good ones, obviously. Okay, well, I shake the rest of you. I gotta go. I'll shake you guys later. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. It's so nice to be on the set of Hee Haw. Yeah. You yank that right off in my ear. Okay. And space hand job. Do I go out these doors or the fuck am I going? Am I this way? Bye. Yeah. One last hand job for the road. Oh, we learned so much. Well, that certainly was worth. I think we learned, if anything, we learned that grizzlies are harmless, and that if you need any izzizz, you can go see them at the new library, museum, or center, or whatever you want to call it. Especially the izzizz a bit. So I'll let you guys go. We're going to raid Boston Brian. He's already doing his thing. So send him my love. Everybody let him know you're part of the raid. And we'll send you over there. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. And thank you guys for, allowing me the morning off for what I had to deal with and what my girl has to deal with. So much love. And I'll see you later. All right. Let's see. What do I want to send us out on? I feel like going easy. I'm going to do Perforated Mind. Hit that like, share the show, and oh, by the way, thank you, Baldanos, and Pearlwise, and Ella, and Bonnie, and Seven Dust. Oh my God, thank you guys. Josh, Seven Dust again. Hello, Clarice. And Angela, and Station Flower Dragon. Is that what that is? And Seven Dust again, thank you so much. Baldanos, appreciate it. Catherine, thank you. Register to vote, right? SW Jonas and Treva, bless you. And Jennifer, thank you guys. Then it's gone. Is it like this for everyone? In the space between I do. In a heartbeat it slips through. Between a crystal and the floor. A wave and the shore. A perfect word that I can't say, but I keep trying anyway. A dream sublime in my perforated mind. Unbroken, unspoken, perforated mind. My perforated mind. My perforated mind. Sublime in my perforated mind, awoken, unbroken. Hello, Denmark. Unspoken, a perforated mind, my perforated mind, my perforated mind, in my perforated mind. Perforated mind. You draw the line. It's chemical, not logical, yeah. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, send the ones that you regret. Yeah, I sing my own stuff. Thanks, Treva.